Hello and welcome to the Real Exes of Portland podcast, coming to you from Portland, Oregon. I'm Heather.
I'm Sofie. And I'm Amy.
And we are real women, real friends with real stories.
That are super juicy.
And I might add, real boobs. And we would love for you to follow us on Instagram at The Real Exes Portland. And we will be hanging out with you guys every Wednesday afternoon.
And you know what Wednesday is?
Wine Wednesday.
Cheers.
You feel like it, like you feel like you're in a living room, and that's kind of, how this.
I think that's the vibe we should.
We got some big plans. But we need a big wallet. We need some sugar daddies. Woo! Hello and welcome. Thank you, everyone, for coming back and joining us on this wonderful Wine Wednesday. Everyone raise a glass. Cheers.
Cheers.
Drink. Woo, I almost spit that one out.
Okay.
We are drinking some delicious Malbec this evening. I am going to give a shout out to a lovely discount store in our area. Now, we have a lot of Wine Wednesdays, you all know, so this means we have to be careful about our budget on wine. So we found this great store in our area, and should I say the name?
Sure.
It's called Grocery Outlet. It's a little podunk, but you know what? They have really good prices, and they actually are known for having good wine.
Yeah.
Even though it's a discount store. We found this delicious. I don't know if I even want to give away. If I want to tell people about this,
I think we need to cover.
Okay,
the
I
label.
won't. Okay, I'm not going to say the name of it, but I will say this is a $42 bottle of wine that we're getting for $6.99, y'all. Now, don't everyone please run over to Grocery Outlet because I think we better go buy it out, you guys. Anyway.
We did do that already on the last trip.
I know. I bought quite a bit of wine for our meet and greet, a variety, but they have a lot of their wines are really good wines for like $6.99, $7.99, $8.99. And so it's a great way to get some yummy tasting wine for a good price. All right, so cheers to that. Once again,
Cheers
here we go.
to Wine Wednesday.
Woo!
Woo! Or you gotta drink.
Oh shit, that's bad luck if you cheers and don't drink,
yeah,
right?
and you have to look in each other's eyes. I don't have my glasses on, so I really can't.
Look into my eyes. They're getting squintier and squintier as the years go by. My eyelids are hovering over my eyeballs.
About that.
I did get a referral from my dermatologist to go see an oculoplasty doctor. And I knew. I don't know why I said that with an accent. All of a sudden, I'm from England.
And all the English people are going, that's not an English accent.
I know, right?
Bloody hell, what is she talking about?
Do we have any listeners in England this evening? Anyways, maybe we can bring a plane ride. We can take a plane ride over to see you.
Over the pond?
You know what? Yes, over the pond. Because I hear that's the best way to learn another language or pick up an accent is to go
English.
Is to go to the mother country. Well,
I heard that's not where you're from, though.
Oh my God. Guess what, you guys? Okay, so tonight one of the things we're going to be talking about, the thing we're going to be talking about is my background. I was going to tell everyone about how I grew up and where I'm from and all that kind of stuff. And I literally was panicking before we started podcasting tonight because I really have no idea where I'm from. And so I'm frantically texting my mom going like, oh my God, what's my heritage? I mean, I've always known that I had a lot of German in me. And I recently found out, well, not recent as in the last few days, but in recent years, later in my life, found out that on my biological father's side, I'm Hungarian. So I'm basically German-Hungarian, but I also have a little bit of English, a little bit of Scottish. I'm basically a mutt, okay? So, ruff. So anyway, grrr. So now, pardon me while I pull up the text because I have to tell you what my mom said. It's so funny. So she said, so my mom's grandpa immigrated from Odessa, Russia, apparently, but I guess he was German, not Russian. So I don't know how that works. Maybe at some point he immigrated from Germany to Russia, and then he immigrated from Russia to America, I guess.
My great grandmother actually was she was born in Russia.
Really? Your great grandma?
My great grandma. Her father was Italian and her mother was Polish Russian.
So we both have some
We do.
Russian, German,
Polish
something.
Maybe
something.
Are you a Polak?
Do you like Polish sausage?
I do like some Polish sausage.
I like it with the sweet hot mustard. Do you like that?
Yes.
Someone new just started following us on Instagram, by the way. I just got a notification. Thank you. Anyways, okay, you guys, I'm really sorry. I just realized I say that a lot. I did point out before we podcasted tonight, after listening to other episodes, that I say anyways a lot. So I apologize. I'm going to try to work on that.
Should we
It's
ding
kind of
you?
your signature thing, though.
Yeah, like every time I do it.
Ding ding.
Kick me. But don't kick me in the wound in my thigh. Holy shit, that's another thing. I have like this crater in my thigh. I was at the dermatologist the other day, and I had this suspicious something on my thigh. And so she said she was going to do a biopsy. Well, I didn't know she was going to do like an ice cream scoop out of my leg. Shit.
She should have taken out the fat out of it. Can you just take it out?
I mean, why didn't she just take out all my cellulite while she was at it? God, she only got one tiny little portion of it. Anyways, it's been about a week and I'm being a whiner about it because it's not, I mean, probably it's healing like it's supposed to, but it's very tender. It's very sore.
I know those little things. They're just very. I had one. I told you where.
Very tender, I might add.
I thought I'm gonna have an extra hole.
An extra hoo-ha.
I was gonna have 2 hoo-has.
No, I don't know. We should Google this. Has anyone ever had that before?
I was really upset.
I know. Well, it is upsetting. It is because summertime is coming and we have to wear our thong bikinis. And our...
Did you pick out your thong bikini for this summer?
Well, not yet. God, could you imagine? Wow. That string, you'd never find it. It'd be buried in there.
You take your teeth, clean your teeth.
It's like
butt floss.
It's like floss. Oh my God. But this thing on my thigh, literally as I speak, it's like, oh, you know what? Itching is a sign of healing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a little bit itchy, come to think of it. But
unless it's green, and then
oh
that's not a good
shoot!
sign,
Well, I
but
did
it's
take a
not.
picture of it earlier today, and I sent a message through that
I had
my
to take
chart
pictures
thing.
of mine too and send it to my doctor.
Oh God.
That's a yeah.
Ooh la la. Oh, I don't know if she responded yet, but I feel like it needed stitches or something. I don't know.
They won't stitch it now.
No, probably not now. And plus, it's in. It's the skin is too stretched. Like there's not enough skin to like.
Skin.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's going to be great being on the beach this summer with this crater in my leg. But if I would have known it was going to do this, I probably wouldn't have had her take the biopsy. Oh, but the good news is I did get the results. It's benign.
Okay.
So that's good.
See there.
Anyway, okay.
So not suspicious anymore.
No. I have other suspicious things we should look at. But And
we'll hear about it, I'm sure.
Boy, I tell you, when they say, do you want to have a full body check when you go to the dermatologist? This was a new one. Full body check. I mean, between the butt cheeks, fully naked. I mean, she looked everywhere. So, I mean, it wasn't really like weird. It wasn't that weird, but it was, it was unexpected.
Did she look at your armpits and everything?
Yeah, everything. Yeah. And so that's good. And we have a couple things on my face we're going to biopsy. So, God, I hope those don't leave craters. I don't need craters on my face. No, I'm just kidding. They're like little moles that are just going to get hopefully scraped off. But okay, you guys, I went way off topic.
So what else did your mother say?
Okay, so back to the family tree, which I've never done any of the family tree websites. And that. as a podcast, as a group, yes, we were just talking
I've already done mine.
Well, it's
I'm
completely
23
done. There's nothing else you can...
No, there's nothing else.
We could check and see if you're related to me by chance.
From our Russian heritage.
Down the line, we're actually related.
This is it. If you did one and she did one, when things pair up, if you were related.
Yeah, I have like
down
thousands of cousins in the world.
Thousands.
I know. I feel like I have thousands, and
it's
I actually
from
know
all
who
the
they are.
inbreeding, probably. Are you inbred? It's from all the inbreeding.
Hey now.
Oh no, sorry.
Keep reading your text. Let's hear what she has to say, and we'll talk about inbreeding.
Oh yeah, get this.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
So the next thing, that was my mom's dad, and then my mom said that her mom, so my grandma, heritage is English, Irish, and Scottish. Maybe, she said. But you know what's funny is all the years I was growing up, I do always remember hearing a little bit of English, a little bit of Irish, a little bit of Scottish. Oh, and a little bit of American Indian as well. And you could definitely tell that my grandma had American Indian in her for sure. Wow. Yeah. And she got really dark tan, and she had really dark hair, and I don't know what other traits, but I remember that. And the other thing then about my biological father's side, my mom said, well, I'm not sure, but it seems like I heard something about gypsies. And then I said, oh, yeah, that's right, gypsies. I go, but gypsies from where? And she said, I think from Romania. And then, but come to find out, so pretty much my whole life, I lived up in the Vancouver, Washington area. And apparently gypsies are rampant up there. And I do remember my real dad's mom, my grandma, which she was my favorite grandma, my Grandma Faye. Shout out, Grandma. Anyway, they always lived very like saved everything, like cottage cheese containers and plastic bags, and washed everything and reused it, and super frugal and wouldn't get rid of anything, and very resourceful. And do you guys know anything about gypsy
just
living?
What I watched on the TV.
That's all I really know.
They're kind of like free spirit,
or I think like nomad, like I think travel a lot and
they get married really young.
That's true, like 16 years old
or 14 or 15. Yes. Like they get really
and extremely extravagant weddings.
Yeah, like the carriage and horseback,
and their dresses are just like they add to them.
They put lights in them.
Lights and
big
headpieces, and it's
a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. Mm-hmm. But so basically, to sum it up, I'm a mutt. I don't really know where I'm from. I don't know. Well, okay, so that's what I know a little bit about my background. Yeah. And so I would say I usually tell people that I'm German and Hungarian. Mm-hmm. So, because I don't think I talked about the Hungarian, but I did. Or did I say that already? Mm-hmm. Shit. Anyway. Menopause brain. So that is my heritage. But anyway, as far as growing up and stuff, I grew up out in the country in Battleground, Washington, in Washington State, which is north of Vancouver. But when in my young years, it was Vancouver. Mm-hmm. It's kind of back and forth between Vancouver and Battleground, I guess. But so I went to grade school in Vancouver, and like 1st through 4th grade. And then I remember summer before 5th grade, we moved out to Battleground. And I had a brother. I'm switching gears here. I have. I have a brother. Well, actually, I have 2 half brothers because my real dad got remarried and had a son, and then my mom got remarried and had a son. So, but I grew.
You have another brother too.
You did not know this?
I did not.
But I don't
about
really.
one.
We're like sort of. I don't think estranged is the word. There's not a
So
problem,
she had
but I just
him
don't
with
really.
your stepfather.
Yeah, my mom got remarried. So yeah, my stepdad, who basically I call dad, and I grew up with him, and that's from like age 5 on.
Yeah.
And then
So they had a son too.
at about the same time. It was really interesting.
As
yeah.
your
So my 2 brothers are about the same age. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I didn't grow up with my brother from my real dad's side. So
Sure.
I don't really know him as well, but he lives in the area, in the Portland area somewhere.
So what's the age difference between you and your half brothers?
Well, that's the thing. My brother that I grew up with, he is 8 years younger than me.
It's like my brother.
Yeah, and I thought about that when you were telling that story, Sophie. So basically, I was out of the house when, he was still growing up. And, it wasn't until our adult lives that we actually became closer. Yeah. Sure. So now, yes, we have a good relationship. I don't talk to him on every day or anything, but we are trying to. Well, they also live an hour away, so of course that makes it more difficult too. But he has 2 young sons that are they're very involved in baseball and football, and so we try to go to their games once in a while and see the fam when we can. But but there's really no excuse because an hour, isn't really that far in the grand scheme of things. I mean, Sophie, your family lives out of the country. I mean, it's how many? I mean, I know to go straight up to Canada, straight up I-5, it's about 6 hours from here.
But then you have to
go across.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think you said it's like a 14 or 15 hour drive or something.
No, it's a
5-day.
It's like a 5-day to go across Canada. Yeah.
Well, that's just like going across the United States from the west coast to the east coast. Same thing. Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense.
So, and then what's the age difference between you and your biological brother? Tony, right?
Well, they're both. That's the one I was talking about.
They're both the same age.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because both my mom got remarried and my real dad got remarried at the same time. And then they each had a son.
I thought your brother, he's your half brother. So
well, technically, they're both half brothers. Yeah. But I've always called my brother that I grew up with that lives in Battleground. I mean, he is my brother. But if you want to get technical, we have different dads.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't catch that.
Yeah. But shout out. I don't know if you're ever going to listen, my brother, but love you. You're great. Mwah. Okay. So moving on, I went to elementary school in the Vancouver area, and I just remember like having lots of friends in the neighborhood, and we would just ride our bikes forever all night and play, and just nobody was home. Like nobody was ever home. We were always off on our bikes somewhere at someone else's house, and I remember riding like to the little store, like, can I have money to go to the little store and go get candy? And we used to have these, those old plastic little tricycle things that small kids, I don't know if they even make them anymore. They're called a big wheel.
Yeah, the big wheel.
Yeah, well, we had these ones that were a little
bit. You drove a big wheel?
What? No,
with the pedals?
It was called a green machine. It was called a green machine, and it was like a glorified big wheel, and it had these hand controllers, and then you could like spin out, and the wheels had like extensions, and they went kind of far out. It looked like a bug, kind of, like a creature, not a bug like the car, but like a creature. And they were super fun, and we would ride those all over the neighborhood, and spend the night in each other's backyard and houses and stuff. And so anyway, I just remember having a lot of fun, in my elementary school days growing up. And we used to do a lot of camping as a family. And so that was really fun. And I remember this one time going camping my parents had a trailer, and I brought a friend, and we pitched a tent on the campsite, and we had a torrential downpour, and our tent filled with water. And so my girlfriend and I, instead of knocking on the door of the trailer and getting, escape from the rain in the trailer, we went to the bathrooms, the camping ground bathrooms. And you know how they have those automatic blow dryer things to dry your hands? We hung out in the bathroom on the floor under the blow dryers all night long.
I used to do that when I was drunk.
And then the next day, my parents are like, why did you not just come in? We're like, well, we didn't want to wake you up. We were, oh my gosh. But those were the days. It was a lot of fun. And then let's see. So that was my elementary school days. And then middle school. So then I moved, summer before middle school. Because I went to a weird school system where my elementary school was, so I went to kindergarten. Oh my God, here's a traumatic story. Let's go way back. But when I was in kindergarten, my mom was a single mom, and we lived in this neighborhood where there was 2 entrances, and one entrance to the neighborhood, you got on the bus to go to school A, and the other entrance of the neighborhood, you got on the bus to go to school B. Well, my mom didn't know this, and she put me on a bus, and I went to the wrong school. And my mom was out at work, and, there wasn't cell phones back in that day. And so I sat in the secretary's office all day long at this school, scared to death, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and chocolate milk. I remember them feeding me this. And my mom felt so bad that happened because, of course, and I was a really shy child too, so that made it even worse. And
So did you even know your name?
I think I knew my name. Shoot. Did I know my address? I have no idea. But anyway, so I went to kindergarten at one school and then started elementary school at this other school, and that was 1st through 4th grade. And then it switched to 5th through 8th grade, which was a middle school, and then it was high school 9 through 12. So out in Battleground, I went to, they called it intermediate school, 5th through. Sounds like a remediary. What do they call that?
Remedial?
Yeah, remedial school.
Yeah.
It was a public school. Anyways, that was fun. That was good. One thing traumatic I always remember about middle school is the gym. I was never an athletic student. I hated PE, and I hated having to change clothes in the stupid locker room. And you had those little baskets with the padlock, and then you had to change your clothes in front of everybody. And then, even though I didn't hardly do anything and I wasn't sweaty, you had to get naked and go in the shower. And there was a lady with a clipboard standing outside the shower checking off if you took a shower or not.
Oh my God.
So my trauma, I think my trauma goes all the way back to kindergarten.
I remember them in grade school having a shower, but nobody would ever take showers in there.
No, it was so traumatic. I hate you guys because especially
and you had to take it with other girls there.
Yeah,
like,
it was
all
just
public, completely open.
Yeah. Our school.
It's like what you see in the movies,
Oh my God.
Well, you don't see grade schoolers in the movie, but like college or high school or whatever. Yeah. And so, so unfortunately, that's one of my memories from intermediate school.
Oh my God. I remember being one of the first girls to have a bra.
Oh, that's
in 3rd grade?
Third?
I
don't remember. What age did we get a bra? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember. I remember going shopping for them. Remember the book, Oh God, Are You There? Are you
there, God?
Is it me?
It's me, Margaret.
Yeah.
There's a movie coming out.
Yeah. I just saw that.
Oh, we should see it.
Well, let's go.
That
Let's
would
make
be
it
fun.
a field trip, you guys.
Yeah, that
okay,
would be
anyone
fun.
podcast? We're going to have a field trip. See, Are You There, God? It's me, Margaret. Woo. When did you get your period? I remember that's the big thing about the book. Getting your period.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not go down that road right now. I'm so far down a tangent right now, you guys. Let's see, where was I? So growing up, camping, middle school, next was high school. I remember, for some reason, I only remember the traumatic experiences. It's like, what were some of the fun things? But I remember high school initiation, being a freshman and getting the lipstick all over my face. Did you guys have that at your high schools? Our high school, they did like
That's
they
terrible.
did
Between
showers.
and
They did mean things. Like, luckily, I actually got off easy. Being written on my face with a tube of lipstick was actually easy compared to some of the shit that happened to people for high school initiation. Aww. And so I remember being petrified going to high school because I didn't know like what was going to happen. Oh my God! And I wore glasses, you guys, in grade school and middle school, and out in the country, when we moved out to the country summer before 5th grade, I had to walk all the way down this gravel road because off the main road, we lived off down a dirt gravel road with several houses. And I had to walk down to the end of the road to catch the bus. And in the winter, I would get on the bus and my glasses would immediately fog up and I could not see to find a seat to sit. And to freaking top it off, I was the last bus stop and the bus was usually full. So and I could not. Oh, it was awful. Oh my God, you guys.
The girl with the braces.
Yes.
Picking gum out of her teeth.
God, I probably looked right. I was right there with my glasses. And God only knows what I was wearing. Holy shit. So no wonder I need therapy. Shit. Oh my God. I mean, I could laugh about it, but no, but the truth is, so I am talking about all these things that I remember that were traumatic, but the truth is I did have a few very close friends. I feel like now as an adult, I have tons of acquaintances. Sure. Like I know a lot of people, like I'm friends with a ton of people, still have a core group, but like back then I wasn't like, because I was shy. So but I had a few close friends. So we did a lot of fun things and had sleepovers, and stuff like that. But as soon as I graduated high school, I went to community college. Mm-hmm. And I actually did not want to do it because I was really shy and my mom made me. And she's like, you need to pick a program. You are going to go to school. And so I picked the medical background, which ended up working in my favor because then I worked in the medical field for 21 years. So I ended up just getting my associate's degree and I was going to go on and get my bachelor's and I just started working and I never went back to college and I worked for the same company for 21 years, a bunch of different positions. And what else do you guys want to know about me?
You didn't play any sports in high school?
Oh, no.
How about prom?
I went to prom. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
prom.
I went to my senior prom and I wore a white dress. I freaking probably looked like I was getting married. I remember this. Why in the hell did I pick this fluffy white gown? It was strapless and I saved it for years and years and years and years. And it started to yellow, and I had it in this bag in my closet forever. I only got rid of it like a few years ago.
My niece tried on my dress, my prom dress.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 or 6 years ago when I was back at my parents' house before they moved. And they found me and was like, do you still want your dress? And my nieces were there and they were trying on our dresses. But my grandmother made my dress. And I remember that because she handmade it. And it was so like it had like a bodice in the side. It was green, like an evergreen. And then it had like these pleats around the breasts. And it was just like A-line. And it was really, really nice. And then I remember going to the bathroom and I went and leaned over. And I'm like, ow, 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 ow. And I go in. Oh. She left her pins in there. And they were poking my boobs.
Oh, dear.
That would be painful.
Ouch. Ow, ow, ow. Poor dear.
It's okay.
You survived.
Okay. I survived. I remember that dearly. I left blood stains in my...
Great. You're like, Sophie, what were you doing?
Did you have a date at prom?
I did, and it was a guy that I probably talked about. I don't remember which Mr. E. Yeah, it was Mr. E.
Oh.
Uh-huh. And that's who
happened to Mr. Ernie.
That's who I went with. Okay. And we went with a couple other couples. Mm-hmm. And God, I'm trying to remember where it was. God, this is picking my brain. Where did we have it? I don't know, but I have some pictures and I remember going and shoot. Anyways, what else can I say about prom? I don't know. Shoot. I can't remember. I don't really picture where it was, you guys. This is terrible.
Do you remember your theme? Did you have a theme?
We didn't.
I bet you there was a theme. I don't remember. I got to go back and look in my books, you guys. I'm not prepared for this episode. I wasn't.
That's okay. These are little details.
Yes,
Okay.
little snippets.
All right. What else about my past or my upbringing can I tell you guys?
I think it's a pretty good. I mean, so and then just to catch us up. So
Yes.
you went to college.
Yes.
And got your associate's degree. Almost married Mr. E, right?
We were engaged. Yep.
But then you broke up and then you moved to Portland.
That's right.
Okay, so we're all caught up.
Yeah. And then I told that story.
Yeah.
Another episode. Yeah. I mean, so
That's great. I mean, it's
you know, that just kind of gives a rough background. And so basically I've lived in the Portland metro,
Yeah.
Portland, Vancouver metro area
area.
my whole life. You know, several cities in and around the Portland metro area once I moved away from home. But when I was growing up, we lived in Battleground in Vancouver. And that's it. And I just lived a very basic,
Simple.
white girl life. I don't know what to call it. Caucasian. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's great. I mean, and then
I know you started to ask about sports.
yes.
And then I started to say something about the showers in the gym. And so I feel like I might have tried out for like volleyball maybe. But I was scared. Like I didn't really want to. You know, I was a nerd. I was in the National Honor Society, okay? I did that kind of thing. And I took home ec, and I really, you know, liked cooking, and I hated sewing though. God, we had to make an apron, and we had to make a skirt, and I just don't have the patience for that. You know, that's probably why I think I don't like sewing, is I don't have very good patience.
It is meticulous,
It
and then
is.
like to keep a straight line. Like I
You had to
had
push the material through the sewing machine, and
I laughed. I got a sewing machine, and I opened up the manual. I didn't mean to interrupt, but
No,
I opened
go.
up the manual, and I had to take a picture of it. But it shows the diagram of putting your foot on the pedal is like a diagram of a woman's foot in a slipper, pushing down on the pedal. And this is like back 4 years ago when I bought my sewing machine.
what?
Isn't that crazy? It was like
You have
I can't remember.
So you were putting your foot into something,
No,
or
no,
you were
they're
just
used to
doing
the picture of the diagram of like I was looking
Yeah.
at the manual is literally this picture of a woman's foot in a slipper pushing down but she's in a slipper. Like that's how old this diagram is on how to use a sewing machine. A woman had a slipper on.
Not a shoe.
I get what you're
Not
saying.
a shoe,
Yeah.
not
Oh
a
my God.
not a running shoe, a slipper.
Slipper.
Oh my God.
What do they call it? I can't remember the sewing machine, but something with a B or something. Brothers.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I think I had a brother typewriter. Remember typewriters?
Yes. Oh God,
Yes. I remember taking typing class and home ec, and here's another nerd thing. I loved science. I took all of the science classes I could take. I took biology, zoology, physiology, anatomy and physiology, chemistry, you name it. She snorted. She freaking snorted. Anyways, there I go again with my anyways. I don't know. And I remember going to like the football games, and that was really fun with my friends, and
That's
but
good.
no, I
But
didn't
no
have-
cheerleading.
there was no.
I could see, other than you being shy, and your peppiness and your personality, I would have totally called you as a cheerleader.
Now today, yes, I feel like I changed a lot over the years. Really, I mean a lot. Yeah, I'm happy about it. I mean, because I was really quiet. Like I can remember even going when I would spend the night at a friend's house. I hated when we had to sit down and have dinner with the whole family. I wanted to just go with my friend, go in the house, bypass everyone, go up to their bedroom and hang out and play music and prank call people or whatever we were going to do. Prank calling.
Or calling the radio station.
Oh, I called the radio station.
Yes, all that. Trying to
that in college, too.
Trying to be the 50th, the 100th caller or whatever. And then prank calling people. Is your refrigerator running? Yes. Well, you better go catch it. Stupid shit like that.
It's true.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. We used to do that, too.
Yep,
Oh, my
yep.
God. We would have so much fun, especially in the summer.
The stuff we used to have to resort to back in the day.
That's the whole Gen X thing.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
Yeah, it's so different. Oh, my gosh.
I mean, I remember being watching like video on like TV. Like you guys had MTV. We had much music in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Not the same, but similar idea was the video. And I would be sitting there. My sister and I would be sitting there in front of the video. I'm like, oh my God, Madonna! Record. And we record the video, and then we stop it.
Exactly.
And then we record another video.
I remember always waiting. I wanted the Michael Jackson Thriller to come on so I could record that. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love
was a
that.
big
We
one.
used to do that all the time.
yeah. Those were
Love
back in the days.
recording.
So yeah,
And then
that
our
was
tape
fun.
record, and then making mixtapes.
Making our own
Mixtapes.
mixtapes.
I still have my mixtapes.
I do too.
I do
Mixtapes.
somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in a box.
Yep.
I have my mixtapes, and I have like actual like Culture Club.
Oh, Culture Club.
Remember
Yes,
those?
Boy George.
Boy George, yeah. Not Beastie Boys.
Yes,
Was it?
well, I
Oh,
like
Beastie
Beastie
Boys,
Boys.
but it was another one I'm thinking of. Oh my God, I loved
What's
music.
Let's bust into a Beastie Boys song right
You
now.
can do that. I'm not going to do it.
I can't.
Nobody wants to
I
hear
can't
me
even.
sing.
What in the hell is a popular Beastie Boys song? Come on.
I know.
Get me
Okay,
started.
someone has to tell us what a good, and then Heather will sing it for us.
Okay, somebody. I'm gonna Google right now. You guys talk. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but
I'm thinking it was Boy George from Culture Club, and then there was also I have something in my. Then there was also I loved my cassettes and my records. I love Madonna.
why?
I
oh,
love the
Madonna.
80s.
Madonna.
Did you go to any? Oh, concerts.
I went to a lot
I
of
actually
concerts.
got my first kiss at a concert at the Billy Idol. At the Billy Idol concert at the Memorial Coliseum out front. Mom, close your ears.
How old are you?
16. I was old.
Yeah.
I was old.
I got my first.
I was a late bloomer in all things.
I got my first kiss when I was 13,
Okay.
and it was at a CYO dance. I had told you guys about
Cover
that.
your
Catholic Youth Organization.
cover your ovary. I'm like, what's an O word?
Cover your...
Well, that's what the priest would say.
I know.
Yeah.
That was what they called it. Cover your ovaries.
Chastity belt.
I remember Tom. He kissed me. That was my first real kiss. I was 13.
I had a boy kiss me in kindergarten.
Boy.
I remember his name and everything.
I remember kissing a boy in grade 1. And then I caught the chicken pox from him.
Oh, no. No.
His name was Derek. I had such a crush on him.
Never forget that kiss.
I used to like when we used to sit, a crisscross on our legs. And
Yeah.
sit,
Yeah.
and my knee would just like rub onto his knee.
Oh, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, the little butterflies.
Yep.
Yep.
Then
Okay.
I learned my lesson.
And then you got what?
Then I got chicken pox.
Oh, shoot. Did you ever have chicken pox, Amy? I
My
never
whole
got chicken pox.
And I had shingles.
My
too.
sister.
Oh, no, dude.
Oh.
Sorry.
One of my sisters has had chickenpox 2 or 3 times. My
Oh,
second,
that's bad.
the one's behind.
I thought
yeah.
once you got it.
No, that is what they said, but that is not what happened with her. She had a low immune system. She's kind of
Oh,
she and
okay.
Caleb had a lot in common in their growing up years. But she had it multiple times.
That's
But yeah, I
rough.
remember
Yeah.
like them in my hair, like
Oh.
itchy.
Do you have any
and
scars?
maybe, but you can't see through all this hair.
That's good. You have a good head of hair.
I just remember the calamine lotion.
Yeah. Oh, the dots.
Yeah.
Yep.
The pink. Yeah.
Pinky white.
I couldn't scratch.
Itchy.
All right, let's move on.
As we're scratching.
That's enough about chicken pox. Shoot, I got this
butt,
crater on my leg itches, so it's enough. I'm dealing with that right now.
All right. Well, I think that was.
Listen.
Oh, you found a Beastie Boys.
You gotta fight for your right to party.
That wasn't a
enough.
Beastie Boys, though.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
It's Beastie Boys and Brass Monkey.
Oh.
And then No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
I remember that one.
Anybody want to sign me for a record
I have
contract?
a feeling maybe this summer we need to look at the Crystal Ballroom for 80s night.
Oh, I've always wanted to do that. I've
Yeah.
never gone. Let's do it. And you
We should
dress
look that
80s
up.
and
Yes.
everything. Okay, that'd be super fun.
Yeah.
And then we can we can invite lots of
Yeah, we could
people.
invite people.
Okay. We'll
That
have
sounds fun.
that'll be a field trip. That'll be a
field
real
trip
X's,
number 2.
A real X's field trip. Let's get a bus. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, so I think that's enough about me for today.
That was
Oh,
fun.
it's
That was
really fun.
good.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, you guys.
It was
so I think next time, so we've heard about Sophie's background. We've heard from me, and next we're going to hear from Amy. And so you guys stay tuned. Next week, tune in to hear about Amy. And as always, thank you for listening. We love you guys, and cheers.
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 All right. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We really appreciate you listening to us, and we look forward to hanging out with you next Wednesday. Please join us. And in the meantime, please follow us on Instagram at The Real X's Portland. Also, we would love to hear from you and hear some of your juicy stories. You can email us your stories at rxop.yourstory@gmail.com. Until next week, bye.